Hey, how you going there? Hey, just want to have a bit of a go over this geotest project in Odoo 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through a number of different parts for the starter, okay? And then I'll probably do a secondary video sort of so you can see how you might actually get it installed into your own Odoo system. So let me just start off with we've got a couple of areas here at the moment. So we've got a little bit of a sample where we've started turning this from an Excel sheet. We've transitioned into a project as we became more knowledgeable. This will become superseded, but I didn't really want to do that just yet. So when you click on a project, you're going to see this button down the bottom here, and with Odoo, you've got a number of different areas that you can jump into, but I've put a button in here so it's pretty easy and transparent. You can go here. Now you see how this is Messenger, and you can sort of send messages, and you can actually send emails and bits and pieces, and I'll be enhancing this later on. But at the moment, what I've actually added, because this particular screen was quite wide, so what we've done along with AI is we actually very quickly punched out a little module that allows you to open and close. So one of the benefits, if I can, to having that is that's actually really, really handy little screen, but it's also that uses up a lot of real estate. So I would love that that's going to be able to do that. And I love even more that AI has been able to do it. And on that note, I just want to introduce Sam AI. Well, maybe I won't, but down here in the future, we're going to have Sam AI. And let me go back to our project. So again, we know, yeah, it's not, well, actually, because once you install this system, right, every project is actually going to have it. So we're now starting to build your business your way. Okay, so even though it's not relative for the minute, you could have 10 projects, 100 projects, and they're all going to have the same look, vibe, feel. Okay, so I'm going to make that default on open actually. So haven't closed. Out of sight, out of mind. That's what I'm trying to say. So one of the things I'm going to do is this role data is, if you want to add a new line, you just go here. Okay, let me just 001. Now, if you've got 10 rows of carpet for the moment, or it's not carpet, I'm just referred to roles as carpet, I'm sorry. But let's say you've got two of them. So just for the minute, okay? So I came across a little bit of a limitation. So what I ended up doing is re-strategizing to say, well, here's all the materials that we've got in hand. And on this particular, I'm just going to call it project. Just for the month. Now, I might not be right. I might not be actually right here, but I'm going to say that there was some stock left over from this roll, and we actually had a new pipe, new whatever, and we use this one. So now when we saves our friend, technically speaking, and I'll just run this past, we refreshed, technically then I'm okay. So now these two roles are assigned to this project. Now we go back, and again, backwards there. We open this one, so here we are at project 2 over here. But then we add it over here, and we notice that it's actually not got anything, but we bought that for project 1. We're just going to call this, we're just going to update that name. Whoops, not 4, but 1. Okay, we actually bought that in for project 1, so we've used it there. Okay, so now when it comes to report time and bits and pieces, we're going to have a lot more insight. The other thing that I've done is actually, you've got a little bit of a description field here. It might not be the best use of real estate right now, but not knowing, you might want to have a bit of a project mention, and all of this is going to be very, very, very easily updatable. What's that little one there doing? What's that actually doing? Yeah, so I think that's pretty well right relative to the Excel spreadsheet that we started with. And realistically, it's going to be some sort of a secondary discussion as to what do we start doing. Each of these tabs has got its, again, add a line of data, installation records, add a line. What's this? We've actually got a date there. So everything's relatively okay. And yeah, weather conditions, it's making a fair old difference, isn't it? So we can do different tags. So you might have a project. Let me say that this project was, let's just say this was New South Wales. And you could, yeah. And I've just picked it. You could put anything that's going to give you some sort of definition around that. Yeah. The name here is going to be relative to, you can actually, the project manager. So at the moment, I'm going to change that to Claude, and that's based on how many people you've got within you. If I'll just check save for the minute, I want to come back over here and go settings, users, and it's going to be pulling the information from here. All right, so I hope that one works. Now I'm going to share two apps. One I'm going to enhance before sending it over, but you're going to have, once we go through the next video, you should be able to see this one, and you should be able to see this one when you add them to your own particular folder. Alrighty, upwards and onwards. Bye for now. I've just got to find the off button.